In all honesty, don't think I am unbreakable because there are many times that I have shattered. Nag-break na ako many times as a person. But yeah, I believe that we're all a work in progress that can just keep getting better. And that's the point of life, diba? We keep learning, we keep growing, we keep wanting to do better, hopefully, and we keep wanting to be better.
Real stories, real conversations. This is Unbreakable. You're listening to Unbreakable with Migs Bustos, brought to you by Duca Creatives, powered by January Skies Creation. Ang ating pong panauhin today, she is one of the most familiar faces on Philippine television, a veteran host, writer, and women empowerment advocate. Nagsimula po siya as a communications art student who aspires to be working behind the scenes as a filmmaker. Now she has found her true path in front of the camera as a host and of course as a genuine storyteller. Isa rin po siya sa mga co-founders ng She Talks Asia, a women empowerment platform, a proud mom who shares her struggles and wins through motherhood. Today, makikilala po natin siya as a host, as an advocate, and a mom. Let's all welcome to the show, Bianca Gonzalez-Intal.
Hello! Thank you for
Grabe.
that very thoughtful, kind introduction. Salamat.
Thank you, and gusto ko rin, Bianca, magpasalamat, of course, for your time here.
Thank
And
you
alam
for
mo naman,
inviting me. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
the podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome to the podcasting
Thank you.
world.
Siyempre, Bianca has been, paano ako, nasa starstruck ako. Sorry.
Grabe naman.
Hindi, kasi alam mo naman, Bianca, sinabi ko naman talaga sa'yo. De-declare ko na rin dito sa podcast natin na si Bianca po ang isa talaga sa mga ina-idolize. I look up to, especially in our line of work.
Grabe
Diba?
naman. Salamat.
As a communicator, as a host, as a storyteller. And for you to be here, it's an honor. Thank you, Bianca. But syempre, I want to ask first, siguro, I'll go straight right into it. Longevity, di ba? In terms of media, the media landscape, perhaps connection nating dalawa, di ba? Both in the same company. What are the good traits? What are the traits and characteristics that you imbibe always on a daily basis?
Shocks. Siguro the number one that I learned throughout the years, so I'm 21 years now with ABS.
Woo!
Grabe, I can't.
Grabe.
Like, parang when you look back, what? Ang bilis ng panahon. Aside from, of course, di ba, giving your best, improving every time, parang ang longevity for me is really tied to if people want to work with you, if you are the type of person na nagpapagaan ng trabaho ng mga kasama mo, or at least nakakapag-inspire sa mga kasama mo, versus ay, pabigat kasama. Ay, ayaw makatrabaho ng mga tao kasi medyo mahirap ka-work. I think that has been crucial and has proven to be beneficial sa akin. That's why I'm still here.
Pero di ba, Bianca, parang, ako lang to lahat naman tayo may mga personalities, di ba? Pero minsan, di ba, mas mahirap maging mabuti. Parang it's an effort. I mean, when you're under pressure, kunwari. I mean, it's easy to like lash out. It's easy to throw a fit. But sometimes, grace under pressure is also, parang it's an effort.
Effort talaga, yeah. I guess, tama yung sabi mo na iba-iba tayo. For me, yes, it's harder to like do the kind thing, do the good thing. It depends on what you strongly believe in and what you want to stand for. And doing that consistently throughout the years will determine, I guess, how long you'll get to do what you're doing.
Okay, so syempre, shoutout lang din natin ang Paano Ba To recently hit the number 1 spot sa Spotify Philippines.
Thank you. Salamat.
How does it feel? How does it feel? Your reaction to that, to hit that milestone?
I was shocked because I remember that happened around Holy Week. So parang around that time kasi, people don't really consume content much. And so, I was shocked, one, because of that, and two, because in our country, ang number one pods talaga ay either comedy, horror is super
Yeah.
doing well, and then radio programs uploaded on Spotify. So, hindi masyadong top rater kapag self-improvement, personal development, inspirational,
Oh,
motivational.
oh.
Pwede, pero hindi siya nagna-number one.
Oo.
So, to be able to claim that spot even for a bit, it's like, uy, we're
Oo.
doing something right.
Yeah. But this was something that binalikan mo di ba? Tama ba? Natigil to. You were doing something in YouTube a while back.
So, what happened was, paano ba to, is a book that I wrote in 2014. And then around 2017, I remember, I wanted to get into YouTube. Pero, I'm not the type kasi to do a daily vlog or like mga pranks and challenges. So, I'm not the personality. So, I was like, what can I do? So, after thinking of many, many concepts, I realized, paano ba to is already something that people know me for. So I'm like, yun yung gagawin ko sa YouTube. So I did that in 2017. And then in 2021, when you're all at home, yun na, parang as a podcast listener myself, I said, I want to do more long form. So what I did was I just started my pod on Spotify. And then I continued the YouTube. So now it's uploaded on both platforms. And then mas long format na siya.
Siguro pagdating sa buhay, 'di ba? Parang ano yung isa sa mga tumatak sa yung mga storya, 'di ba? Kasi paano ba 'to is like parang iko-concrete mo siya, 'di ba? Parang you want to take action, 'di ba? As in, isa sa mga tumatak sa iyo siguro na nag-inspire din sa'yo personally.
Siguro isa sa mga naging mentor ko na din sa life na lagi ko ding binabalik-balikan, ilang beses na siya nag-guest. So paano ba 'to is Karen Davila, who you also work with. Grabe din yung kwento ng buhay niya. And isa din siya sa mga example ko in life of what we were talking about earlier na if you choose to do the right thing, the good thing, you may not see the immediate outcome or effect, pero in the long run, okay. Kaya pala ako nasa landas na to. At kaya ako pala dinecide lahat ng yon kasi mas maganda yung kalalabasan.
Yun nga rin ang gusto kong tanungin. No? 21 years you mentioned, us being, kumbaga, talents, right? And we're all based on a program, di ba? It comes and goes, lalo na ngayon sa digital age natin na it's easily measurable an engagement, di ba? But how do you parang stay and remain and thrive still in such an erratic world?
Siguro I was so lucky that one of the first shows that I got to do was Big Brother. So I was a housemate before I became a host, and who would have thought that that show would still be on 20 years after?
Ano
which is
season
kind
nga
of
ba?
crazy. I was a housemate season 1, so Celebrity season 1. In 2006. And then right now, we just finished our 12th season.
Yeah.
So 12 seasons through 20 years. And then in terms of yung natitenga, totoo kasi especially in the middle seasons, we would do a season and then like a year or a year and a half break before the next season. So syempre in between parang raket-raket ka.
Yeah.
I think for me, that is why I got into doing other things. So thankfully, we have subsidiaries. So for example, I get to work with Cinema One, right now TFC. And I think that is why I started doing, paano ba to? That's why I became co-founder in She Talks Asia. It's because parang, ang dami ko pang gustong gawin. And if television will not give me that opportunity right now, ako kailangan gumawa ng opportunity for myself.
I resonate with that. If I may. Totoo yun. Kasi, I mean, also in my line of work, hindi naman tayo regular eh. So, kapag wala at kapag tingin mo minsan may nanganganib, kailangan mong gumawa ng paraan.
Yeah.
Diba? And that can be stressful.
I think that when you enter an industry like ours, like for anyone who's listening to this who is dreaming of being in the media industry, the nature of it talaga is unstable.
Yeah.
Like,
Parang
lalo
understatement
na,
yung unstable,
diba?
eh, no?
Like, for everyone's information, like for example, even teleseries or planned shows, it could already be announced, it could already be cast, nakapag-taping day na, and then biglang wala na.
Biglang
Parang,
ligwak pala.
yeah, parang you could have a show one season and then wala na. Sorry, it's not gonna be renewed for another season. So it's very, very difficult, but I'm sure you also feel it's very, very rewarding, which is why, and I think hindi na to bago to Gen Zers or even millennials na ano talaga, the importance of multiple income streams.
Yes.
Hindi tayo pinanganak na may generational wealth or trust fund or magulang na may pangalan or nakaw na yaman for that matter.
Or luxury items.
Yes. So, ano talaga, we gotta work, we gotta find ways to work in sa isang marangal na paraan.
That's true.
Araw-araw.
Sige, segue tayo ngayon, Bianca, sa isang maliit na mini segment natin called What You Say. So,
Okay.
magpapakita tayo ng mga ilang previous videos ni
Oh my
Bianca.
God.
Tapos hihingi tayo ng kanyang reaksyon. Okay.
That is crazy.
Okay.
Diba? Kalahin mo. Oh my.
Okay. So, okay, anong reaction mo muna doon? Kasama mo si Ryan Agoncillo. Anong show ba yon? At anong channel?
So, that was review night on Cinema One. That was my first ever racket
Wow.
in ABS. I was third year college,
Uh-huh.
I believe. And then, ano talaga siya? Tadhana, because Ryan used to do that show with Pia Guanyo.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the time Pia had just moved to GMA7. So
Uh-huh.
they were testing out different co-hosts for Ryan
Right.
for the show. And then, trivia, my kuya kasi was the original host in the family. So my older brother, JC Gonzalez, he used to host Breakfast on Studio 23 and like other shows. So nung time na yon, I remember na I was in college na eh. So kasama ako sa kanya to the morning show sometimes and then he'll drop me in school after. So nakita ko na yung mga prod-prod pero wala talaga akong balak mag-host. But yun yung, I guess, early signs na baka doon ako papunta. But
Yeah.
at that time, I just enjoyed going with him kasi I wanted to be a filmmaker nga. To
Yes.
your intro's point earlier. So, kaya lang nila ako naisip dyan. Kasi they're like, oh, nagmo-model tong batang to. Oh, kapatid to ni JC, try natin. Parang two and two together. Sakto, Ryan and I hit it off.
Yeah.
We did well together. And the reason I got my first show on ABS na Why Speak
Yeah.
is because I was already,
Doing.
kumbaga I already had that chemistry with Ryan. Ito, cringe
Okay.
pa rin to.
Okay, ano ba to?
That's so crazy. So ito na, yan yung Studio 23, that's Why Speak. So
Yes.
that was my first show. It actually first aired on ABS-CBN with Karen Davila.
Yes.
And Ryan Agoncillo.
Yes.
Before they moved it to Studio 23. Na me and Ryan na lang. And then yung picture sa right, that's Drew Arellano because we
Yeah.
actually started together in the industry.
Aha.
Another fun fact is, before I started hosting, trainee writer ako sa ABS.
Yeah.
So do you remember
What-
the show, What Was Up, Was Up?
Yeah.
Drew
Writer
did Was
ka-
Up, remember?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So before Was Up was launched,
Naku na may what's up sa Y-Speak?
yes.
Yes, okay.
What happened was Studio 23 wanted to launch two shows. Was Up, which was a news parody, and
Yeah.
then Bling, which was like a musical variety game show.
Natuloy ba yung Bling?
Eto na, Bling was supposed to be hosted by Drew Arellano and other hosts. Because I was a trainee writer, on that set of Bling, nag-mock-up taping kami, si Drew nag-host. I was holding the idiot board for Drew.
Yeah.
Ng spills niya. So read siya ganyan until his road manager at the time, si Jet Valle. You know Jet? Sales in ABS. Sabi niya, di ba nagmo-model ka? Baka gusto mo mag-artista din. So that is why I was actually discovered because I was holding the idiot board for Drew in that show that
Wow.
never launched. Because it didn't launch, kaya siya nilagay sa What's Up, What's Up. Kasi they like his talent, but
Yeah.
because that show didn't push through, he joined Vong and Tony in
Yeah,
What's Up,
yeah.
What's Up. See the ay!
Oh, wow.
I know this BTR. Yes,
Ano
before
to?
I became a housemate.
Eto na yun.
Ito na yung most cringe na may pa-dance number bago ma-launch as a housemate.
You prefer not to be an artista. Tama ba?
I don't act, sing, or dance.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Except dito parang non-negotiable kasi you know why? Because my season, di ba? Oh,
Yeah.
kalain mo.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
believe that lives on the internet forever.
Sorry, we unearthed it.
Yung, it was after Nene Tamayo's edition, which was
Yeah.
iconic, and they
Uh-huh.
wanted to do a celebrity edition. So parang ang idea nila for the launch was kailangan artista vibe.
Yeah.
So some sang, some danced. Ay siguro pinapili ako kung sing or dance. I can't sing talaga. So dance at least. Naging cheerleader naman ako nung high school. So
Oo.
parang, sige, carry na to.
Ano yun? Kumbaga, sinabihan kayo beforehand? They asked for your interest?
So, celebrity edition is different from any other season because you don't really audition, you more go for interviews. Parang
Okay.
you're invited to do an interview.
Uh-huh.
And then from that interview, you go to the next level, next level, next
Yeah.
level. And at the time, super ayoko talaga. Kasi aside from introverted, I'm super private. I like keeping to myself. And so this was something very out of character. But Tito Boy, my manager from the very start, was like, no, Bianca, you should just give it a chance. Try it. Malay mo. And so very reluctantly, I did all the interviews and then became a housemate. And then yun pala, God nga had greater plans.
But hosting it now, di ba? Syempre with the current gen, knowing what it's like to be inside. Parang, I'm sure you get asked this a lot. Parang what's different now, maybe? In the generation today.
I think, if anything, being a housemate to being a host, I have always tried to have empathy for every single housemate. I feel like an ate to all the housemates kasi imagine from the Kim Chu to Robbie to Melay, Maymay, etc. Parang I've seen them all bloom. To Joshua, to Maris, 'di ba lahat 'yan?
Yeah.
Nagsimula yan sa bahay ni Kuya
Yes.
and now they're some of the biggest stars and like nakaka-proud. So,
Pagdating sa career, di ba? What have been top of mind challenges that, shape who you are today?
wow, a lot, honestly. A few years after that, it also became like, what more can I do? What more will people give me? Because being with Pinoy Big Brother, as much as a big blessing as it is, it's also so tied to my identity in that I guess for some people nahirapan sila to see me in another type of format kasi dikit na ako doon. So as much as that may not seem like a challenge, to your point, in a job like ours, kailangan more than one show meron ka to be able to sustain monthly costs, etc. It really doesn't end, honestly. I just think that what has happened through the years that has helped me was, one, I stopped trying to fight people's impression of me. If they think ang hindi masyado...
Do you still get that?
Less now.
Less na.
Thankfully, less now.
Are there new impressions? Di naman siguro.
No naman. Thankfully. Siguro
Oo.
yun ang blessing
siguro
ng
naman sa
tumagal na
21
sa
years.
industry.
Siguro sa 21 years kilala na si
Siguro-
character ni Bianca.
Siguro, it's more of like just sticking to the work, doing your best. And for me, one of the things is also like, I try to learn as much as I can from the new generation. I always say this to sina Robbie, Melay, and Chong Kim na for the longest time, I thought na ito yung hosting style, dapat ganito. But seeing how they do it, I also pick up bits and pieces from them na parang, pwede pala gawin to, pwede palang loko-loko ito, pwede palang hindi super serious, pwede palang
Pwedeng baliin.
Oo, na I have super been enjoying talaga.
Kumbaga, kasi siguro ang instant reaction ko dyan, siguro pre-pandemic is like you can be associated with a certain category. Like, ako before, sports talaga. Kasi lahat with all the programs.
Yeah.
And then eventually, the pandemic, lahat tag-multi-platform na.
Yeah.
You have to be more than one. So, hindi ka pwede makahon.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So, parang you continuously evolve.
But you also have to believe that you can do other things, and you also have to put in the work to be able to learn how to do other things. And that's on us. Parang I think our work is evolve or die. Alam mo yun? Parang not just as on-cam, di ba off-cam, especially with how fast things are changing. Parang we constantly have to evolve and keep up and all that.
Ngayon naman siguro punta ako sa a little bit out of work. Would you say, if you could share, of course, again, same question, but out of work, family, motherhood, parenting.
Na
Challenge? Yeah.
My gosh, madami.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that I only came to terms with in my adult years, my parents separated when I was in high school. And parang at that time, hindi na sobrang uncommon nung parents na naghihiwalay. Parang it was sort of becoming more common than we thought.
Yeah.
Kasi if you come from a home with separated parents, it's something you experience every day. It's something na dala-dala mo every day from when you wake up, go to school, go home, hear them shouting at each other, go to sleep, and then eventually seeing the separation. Imagine years and years of that. So I wouldn't say I was desensitized, but parang it became my normal. And now that I'm a parent myself, the thought that my daughter would be going through something like what I did when I was younger, but not telling anyone about it or not telling me about it is super crushing. Like,
how young is she?
My kids are 9 and 6. So imagine you,
Both
may
girls?
both girls,
Both
yes.
girls.
Imagine you, may pinagdaanan yung anak mo na mabigat na dala niya. Parang as a parent, my instinct would be, I want you to tell me first. I want to be there for you. And I want you to know that I'm a safe space. You can tell me anything. So rewind to me in high school, like, for my friend to tell me that, it would just, parang it brought me back to, oh my gosh, I was just keeping it in the whole time. Like, I can't believe I didn't share it pala.
Yeah.
And so,
To anyone?
apparently, like, syempre siguro to my brother, I have an older brother and sister, so baka parang for me at that time, kami yung nagkakaintindihan, ganyan. But now we know that it's so much healthier when you're able to share it with friends, diba? Talk about it with friends. They don't even have to give you advice. Yung parang to just know.
Sounding board.
Yeah. So, it was during the pandemic, parang 2022, that I started going to therapy for it. Parang I had once a week with my psychologist, and then parang she would give me prompts, and then it would bring me back to my childhood. And then I was so surprised because when she would ask me some things, I don't remember anything. Like, I'm someone with a pretty good memory, but she would like ask me, try to remember a time, chu-chu-chu-chu-chu.
Hindi ko na maalala.
Wala akong maalala talaga. Like, sobrang bits and pieces lang naalala ko. So, syempre, when I went through that, I shared it with every time I would have a session, I'd share it with my brother and sister. Short story is, my therapist explained that when there are things that are so painful, you block it, and then your memory, to protect you, will put it in the subconscious and will make you forget it. So, tayo yung generation na we're learning to heal ourselves so that we don't pass it on to our kids, right? So that is something that I have been trying to untangle, kumbaga, and it's still a work in... Ang hirap pala ng therapy! It's really, really hard. Like, it's really helpful, but at the same time, you have to do such hard work to be able to get to a good place.
Kayong mga millennials, parang kayo yung healing generation. It's because we're parang tweeners. Di ba? We experience the traditional and you don't want the same things to happen.
Yeah.
Di ba? Parang how has that been like for you? Parang your parenting style, the things that you experience, parang, ay hindi. Hindi lang siya, hindi siya pwede panahon ngayon, pero may parenting style din.
Yeah,
diba?
yeah. Thankfully, my husband and I are on the same page because I think that's so critical with raising kids na pareho kayo ng values ng partner mo or whoever you're raising your child with. Kasi hindi kayo pwedeng taliwas ng gusto
Totoo
or
yan.
pinaniniwalaan na gusto niyo mangyari with
dapat lagi may
kids.
alignment. Oo.
And so, we are definitely more intentional about in terms of discipline, in terms of encouraging them, in terms of like handling when they're being difficult or showing behavior na either magtatantrum or nagagalit. Work in progress kami for sure, pero at least aligned kami in that we don't believe in spanking, we don't believe in punishment. We believe in quality time, affection, and yun nga, parang...
Malabing ba kayong parents?
Yes, super.
Yes.
The biggest parenting, I guess, realization that I've had with a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old and being a mom for almost 10 years now is emotional regulation as a parent is like the number one skill that we have to develop.
What do you mean by emotional regulation?
Meaning, if you are not calm
as a parent,
if nagwawala yung anak mo, if malungkot yung anak mo, if galit yung anak mo, the way they learn how to deal with their emotions is mirroring the parent.
Yeah.
So if we meet them with galit, wala tayong mapupuntahan.
I know.
But if we try it, and try is the operative word because it's very hard, if we try to remain calm, tayo yung example nila that it's normal to have those big emotions and you can breathe through it or like go through it and then mawala lang siya. It's an emotion. Like it's gonna spike and then it's gonna go away.
But there are also parang childhood, big word, traumas that na parang may na-unearth pala siya. I mean, for the longest time in your adult life, parang, yeah, it's okay. But then when you had kids, like, man, bumabalik siya.
Yeah, super. Like, cause growing up, like I mentioned, my parents were separated. So there are a lot of things na parang it only came up just recently. Like parang we shoved it under the rug when we were kids and then nung lumaki na tayo, oh shit, I have to deal with this pala. Parang ganun. So constantly, so which is why I am really more intentional about, I stopped therapy for a while, but something I've been meaning to get back on, yun nga, to be a better parent, to not pass on these traumas to my kids. I still have moments of my kid does something and I'm personally puno yung mental load ko, so I'll snap. And then as soon as I snap, I hear either my dad or my mom come out of my mouth. You know, those moments like that. And you're like, this is what I'm trying to unlearn. Alam mo yon. So, it's still definitely a work in progress.
But you mentioned being aware and intentional. No? But some will just, accept that, ito na ako eh.
Yeah.
It's part of who I am. But not knowing na baka mamaya na ikaw talaga to, yung effect mo rin dun sa tao is grabe pala. So, kumbaga, how important is that awareness and intention?
I guess it depends on your goal as a parent. Parang for me, I really don't want to project any of, not just traumas, but like, I don't want to project what I want for my kid. And instead, I think our parenting style is we want to help them figure out who they are, what they want to do in life, what their interests are, and support that. So that's why I use the word intentional talaga. Kasi it's not easy to do that. It's easier to do this, do that. No, I want you to be like this, I want you to be like that. But kids, they show you who they are. They really do. And that changes pa through time, that evolves. And so what we are trying to do is encourage them to be confident in who they are and what they want. Kasi, medyo philosophical na to.
No,
but
no,
like,
go ahead.
Parang, this is that age where they form their inner voice. And if now palang they're doubting it, they might grow up not trusting their gut. Kasi I think in our generation, we learned to listen to our instincts and trust our guts in what? Our 20s, our 30s,
Yeah.
diba? But that's something na as early as now, we want to instill in our kids. Now, what you feel, like, that's something you should listen to. And yeah, as much as possible, we don't want to impose anything on them.
Siguro as Bianca Gonzalez, parang what keeps your foundation solid? The traits that you have that you can share to the audience. Kasi nga, di ba, uncertainty is, it's siya.
Yeah.
Sorry, unstable siya, di ba?
Yeah.
But somehow, you always need to be solid despite
Yeah.
that uncertainty.
Yeah. I had no idea how to answer your question, but when you explained it, something popped into my head. So, I did this workshop recently with my co-founder in She Talks Asia, si Lynn Pinugu. And basically, the workshop is, and everyone can do this, and I honestly encourage everyone to do it. You can just easily Google list of values.
Yeah.
Whatever, list of values.
Yeah.
It will pop up, just choose some random one.
Yeah.
So let's say it's a list of 100 values. Choose, let's say, 20 that you feel
Good
you
values,
believe in. Yeah, good values. Syempre good. That you believe in. So 20. Okay, list mo yung 20. From the 20, cut it down to 10.
Yeah.
From the 10, cut it down to 5. From the 5, cut it down to 3. If there are 3 values that you truly live by, meaning yun ang gusto mo talaga hanggang sa huling hininga mo, you live by.
Yung
Ano
core
yun?
mo.
Core mo. And that's different for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely different for everyone. So when I did that, ang lumabas ay goodness, service, and integrity. And when I finished that exercise, I was like, not bad. I kind of like how this turned out. And so, hopefully, every day of my life, whether it's me as a person, me in my home as a wife, as a mom, as a friend, in society, as a citizen, and especially in work, parang yung tatlong yon, if I'm able to live up to that, then I'm doing okay.
Siguro kung meron kang maipapasa, kung kanino man, what would it be? Maipapasang value or trait?
Oh, shucks. That's so hard. Value or trait?
Or lesson?
Siguro, going back to your first question about longevity. It's so important, I feel, for everyone to realize that there's always room for improvement and there's always room to learn and grow. Kasi that attitude affects everything eh. If you fail, if something doesn't work out, if you can't figure something out, there's always tomorrow, or there's always a way for you to come back better or improve or learn. It's that attitude of curiosity that will make you want to keep improving.
But not a lot have that. Not a lot
Really?
want to. Not a lot.
Really?
Kasi some, I mean, just, observation. Some would be like, ito na ako eh.
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
good,
Yeah, I'm a big believer kasi in growth mindset.
I know,
So,
yeah,
I think that if anything, that's also something I want my kids to learn it. That's why yun din yung nasagot ko. It's because at this age nila na maliit, similar to your kids' age, if they try something and they can't do it, what do we say? Oh, you can try again.
Yeah.
Oh, you just keep doing it. It's
Yeah.
hard at first, but it'll get easier the more you do it. Diba? That exact attitude of like, it's not just for kids learning how to ride a bike or learning how to swim. It's even for adults who are just figuring out life.
Yeah, alright. So, panghuli na lang, Bianca, to this camera, what makes Bianca Unbreakable?
That's so hard. Ito na yung beauty queen portion.
Beauty queen portion. Itong camera mo.
In all honesty, don't think I am unbreakable because there are many times that I have shattered into many little pieces and just had to pick myself back up again. It's not just career but personal life, relationships. Nag-break na ako many times as a person, but siguro going back to what I mentioned, I think the reason I keep going is I believe that we're all a work in progress that can just keep getting better, and that's the point of life, diba? We keep learning, we keep growing, we keep wanting to do better, hopefully, and we keep wanting to be better, not just for ourselves, but when you have kids, you also want to be better for the children that you're raising. Yun.
Alright. Panghuli na lang. Anything you want to plug, shout out, your podcast, your shows?
Wow, salamat
Yes.
sa opportunity na mag-plug. No, first of all, I want to congratulate you. Congratulations on your
thank you.
podcast.
Thank you.
Congratulations on 10 years in the industry.
Thank
and
you.
many, many, many more to go.
Yes, that's why longevity yung una kong tinanong.
To
Paano ba to?
anyone na 10 years now or maybe 5 years in the industry, ups and downs talaga siya. But you have the gift. I've told you this. You really have a gift. You're meant to do this. So I'm happy that
Thank you.
you are finally in the podcast space and keep going on television as well.
Thank you.
And after you listen to this, please hop over to Paano Ba To The Podcast, also on Spotify. And we're also on YouTube. Are you gonna be on YouTube as well?
Yes.
Okay, so Spotify or YouTube, wherever you are, search for Paano Ba To right after this. I should have you on the pod sometime.
I would love to.
Thank you.
Palakpakan po natin, Bianca Gonzalez-Intal. Bianca, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
so much. It is an honor. Maraming salamat po. Thank you guys, and this is Unbreakable, of course, with Bianca Gonzalez. Hi, hello, this is Migs Bustos, and do not miss every Unbreakable episode on the Luca Creatives YouTube channel.